This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing the newly crowned champion, holding a record of 22 wins, no losses, 20 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the young...
Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it, as we have our main... These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Nice hook. Got him there. Nice straight. Nice counter. Well, I hope you brought your sunglasses because we're fighting outside, and what a main event this should be.
Todd, let me explain to you. We are outside. Nobody can turn the temperature down. Nobody can turn the sun down. When that sun's beating on you, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're getting hit, when you're getting hurt, there's no cool fan that's dropping in there. This is where it's real fighting. Fight on fight.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good punch. Beautiful counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Right hook just missed. Perfect punch. Nice counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
You're going back into this. You're better than this, Steve.
Great. I love that.
On to the second round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got a dummy shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching you every move, that every direction.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. To be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. And David Benavidez is on the canvas. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
A shot from the gods took him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Oh, he's up.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. About Benavidez that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
The fight's not over yet.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
And it's survival time for David Benavidez. Right back into the fray.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
That counter shot lands. The Mexican monster's in trouble. They survived that.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
The fighters landing in these exchanges. Judges going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And they are delivering. He scores with the counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Now relax. Just the same again. Don't change.
Just box him.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You okay?
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Is he going to punch himself out, though? They've got to pick things up halfway through the round. Hold it right there! David Benavidez might be ready to go. How did they not go down?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Punch caught him clean. A perfect counter shot. Good counter punch. Nobody home with that hook. Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Talking about David Benavidez that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be. There's the bell to start round 5. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Nice counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Nice counter shot. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Beautiful counter punch. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
That hook was off target. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. This is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
I need to get back. Right hand's beautiful. That's it. Just start working a few body shots in there.
On to the sixth round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He threw a punch and just got countered. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them.
Referee calls time, and we'll look at the cut. This fight will continue. His stamina is off the charts. How about that time counter shot? Nope, that hook won't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. Well, the cut man's got some work to... There's the bell to start round 7. And we're back. What does this round have in store for us?
What a round. What have they got left? How can you get better than that? That is ridiculous. That's stuff you see on video games.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Well, he's had enough, and he is gonna quit. So they will throw in the towel. The corner has stopped it. They won't be happy about it.